We're going to go to Jeff Gampel. We got 2 minutes left.
All right, Scott, thank you. Laila, thank you so much for being here. This is really terrific. I want to change and go back to your dad, if I may. Certainly a name that's probably known around the world. Strong, great fighter, all that stuff. But at his funeral, Billy Crystal gave such a wonderful talk about your dad and being his little brother. It was very touching. And, we don't sometimes hear the other side of people. I was wondering if you could add any light to that relationship and if you perhaps might have one with him today. And it was just a special part of that funeral service.
Yeah, my father has touched so many lives, and he was special to so many people and had relationships with so many people that many of them I would never know or come in contact with. But I was aware of Billy Crystal and the love that he had for my father, and my father cared for him as well. And I don't communicate with him now. I think you asked me that, but I think that what touched people about my father was just his authenticity and the fact that he stood up for all people, especially as he got older in his life and got more wisdom and had been around the world. And he said he's probably known around the world. No, he's known around the world. And he used to remind us that when we were kids. Do you know that anywhere I go in the world, I can go into a country where they don't even have TV and people know me. We're like, we know Dad. So he was very proud of that. His face was so recognizable. And I think that's the thing. It wasn't because he was just because he was a great boxer. It's because, he wanted to give people who didn't have a voice. And it touched so many people. And I remember at the funeral, being at the airport afterwards, and there was a man from Sydney, Australia that came up to me, and he was just like, like everyone else, telling me his story about my father. But it was amazing to me because he didn't even have a ticket to get into the actual service. He just wanted to come be in Louisville, Kentucky, and stand outside to pay his respect. He flew here all the way from Australia. So sometimes I hear stories like that and just, wow, what a profound change that he made in this gentleman's life when he told me the story. So those are the types of things that I hear about my father, and I'm like, wow, that's big. You think about a little boy from Louisville, Kentucky, who just believed in himself, and then the impact that he's had on the world. And that's something that I hope we don't lose over time, as time goes on, of why Muhammad Ali was so great.
Thank you, Laila.